Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. Mic, the phone check, 1, 2, 1, 2. How everybody doing this evening? We got expert at large in the building. Expert at large in the building. The Rev. Dr. Bishop. We in the house. We in the building this evening. Had to come on here for a short period of time. This is not gonna be a long show. But I had to come this evening. Put my Rev. Dr. Bishop hat on this evening. It's not DJ Rock the Spot. It's not Jay today. It's Rev. Dr. Bishop up in here. Shout out to Mr. John Thomas in the building. Salute to you, my brother. I got to shout to the guys today. I know we got a couple of people in here. I'm not gonna put a long time today because they got to catch it on the rebound. I got some things I need to do. So I appreciate everybody coming through. People that's in right now. I wanted to share something with you guys. And I know a lot of you veterans, guys like Mr. John Thomas and Mr. Expert at Large. I mean, this might not be an issue for you, but a lot of my up and coming travelers, I want to share with you guys this evening, and I'll give you guys some words of wisdom and some advice, and some of the people that listen might can share. Also, in the chat, some of you guys probably can relate to this. And like I said, we're not going to be that long. Like they said, church, I'm not going to hold you that long. I'm not going to hold you that long this evening. I'm not going to hold you that long this evening. I'm going to try to get straight to the point. And I hope you can get something out of this on this evening. Oh yeah, got guapa rose in the building. Yeah, hope you're having a great one though, man. Just want to come through, stop through this evening. Um, I'm talking this evening on sympathy. Um, sympathy, sorrow, and helping people can hurt you. Sympathy, sorrow, and helping people. It can bite you in the butt in the long run. And I just want to share with you guys. 'Cause, I know a lot of you guys got good hearts. You want to help people, see people in need, being an expat. A lot of you guys in a situation where you can help. You can help people. And but sometimes you guys are getting taken advantage of, get taken for a ride. Some of you guys sometimes get taken for a ride. We're gonna share with you the story of my dear friend. He's been here for I think like 5 or 6 months now. I don't know, 5 or 6 months. And he reached out to me a couple of months ago. He reached out to me a couple of months ago, and when he reached out to me, I know this story. I hear it throughout my travels in the Philippines and also down here in South America. And he reached out to me about this girl that I hit him up a couple of months ago, and she was in tears, very emotional, and the guy wanted to know like what was going on, and she shared with him that she had a family member that passed away, very close family member that passed away, and that her family needed help. And and the guy he wanted to do something for the girl, so he reached out to me and asked me what should he do. Like the first thing I asked him was how long he know this woman, and like how do you know her, and what is this woman to you? Is she your girlfriend, your fiance, or your baby mama? What's going on here? And he was telling me that it's a girl he met online. He's just been talking to her for a little while, and I think like 2 or 3 months he talked to her. He met her here. He met her out and about too, like out and about. He ran across this woman, and then after knowing her for a couple of months, everything like she never asked him for anything. She seemed like a nice, very nice person, but she needed help for her family. He was asking me what should he do, and I was asking him like, okay, is this just a friend? Someone just a friend? I mean, it's up to you. Like I was warning him in advance that when you're dealing with women like this, it's a common thing. Like in these countries, in these third world countries, it's a common thing for the women to come at you like that, like sorrow, tears, crying, emotional, and I've seen it many times throughout my 5 years of travel. So I kind of recognize and they know and can see it and know what's going on. And I'm pretty much a pretty good judge of things like because I've seen so many times. So, but in his situation, I didn't know. Like I said, the situation, like what this woman was to him, or that's his girl and whatever. But I told him, I said, man, just be aware, be careful. Like I mean, I was telling them women here, they run scams on people all the time. They run scams, and they would come up with these hardship stories, these hard luck stories. A lot of times it would be dealing with like losing a loved one or someone needing some like a hospital bill paid or something like that. I mean, they come with all types of things. So I just told them to be aware of this because like you haven't really known this girl that long. So I mean, if you want to help out, you want to do something, it's up to you. But just use caution, be careful with that. And and then come to find out the guy, he helped him. He ended up helping the woman, and he hit me back up. We talked, and he told me he helped the girl. I said, what did you do? What did you do? And this guy gave the girl $500, 500 United States dollars, USD, 500 dollars to help the family um, in their time of need. I was like, my God, you're very generous. That's a lot to give. That's a whole lot to give. And I knew that when he did that, I knew it was gonna be. I knew the girl was scamming him pretty much because when he hit me back up, he was telling me the situation that he gave the girl the money to help the family, but then a couple of weeks later, there's a whole nother story. She come with a whole nother story. A couple of weeks later, saying that she had a cousin that got the COVID now, and that it didn't look good. And she pretty much was trying to hit him up again, trying to hit him up for some more money. And the second time, he kind of worried about it. Kind of felt he was taken for a ride in that situation. That's a lot of money to give, man. I don't know if you guys listening. Would you give someone that kind of money? Like, would you give someone $500 in a situation like that? Like being in a third world country, knowing the value of the dollar, knowing that $500 is a lot of money. And like I said, I'm not the one to tell people what to do with their money. I mean, it's your money. You have a right to do what you want to do with your money, but that's a lot of money to give someone, $500. And I knew, like, I told the guy, I said, don't start something that you can't finish, because if you start big like that, you opening up the door. If they see they can get something from you like that, like you was that generous the first time you give $500, you're gonna be hearing from this girl again. And lo and behold, when he reached out to me, he was telling me that the situation with the girl, like now she got somebody with COVID, they needed help, and he said, I think I made a mistake giving them $500. I said, yes, you made a mistake giving that much, because now they're gonna think you wealthy. They're gonna think you got a lot of money. They're gonna keep coming back, and that's what usually happens. I've seen this happen many times. I can tell you stories of this happening in the Philippines. Also, my time of staying here, these almost 2 years, I've seen it happen a few times here. So I'm pretty much aware of this, and I know, like a lot of times, like I said, you guys, you hear these women's sad luck stories sometimes. You feel sorry, and they know how to manipulate it. Especially like some of you guys, your weakness is a woman crying. Cause that's what the guy told me. He said my weakness was I don't like to see a woman cry. And I said, man, you, I mean, you're gonna get played a lot if that all it takes for them to do is cry, shed some tears, produce some tears, and to play on your emotions, because that's pretty much what that woman pretty much doing is preying on your emotions, taking advantage of you. And she knows that you're gonna give it. You did it the first time you gave generous, and she's gonna keep coming back. But lo and behold, the guy told me like she kept pressing on the cousin with the COVID. She kept pressing and kept pressing, and then the guy ended up giving her, I think he said $150. I said, wow, why you do that? You didn't learn the first time. You didn't learn the first time. This guy turned around and gave her $150, so a total of $650 that he put in already. And this like 2 weeks after he gave her $500 to so-called help the family. And I'm asking him, did you go to the funeral? Did you see the obituary or whatever? And she showed him a picture. She showed him a picture, and then and he gave me the picture. I looked at it, and then I did a Google image search on that picture. I did a Google image search, and lo and behold, I found that picture online. Showed it to him. Showed him what was really going on in that situation, and then he ended up confronting the girl, ended up confronting her about it, about the whole situation, and then and the girl ended up just changing her WhatsApp number, just cut communication with the guy. And then, lo and behold, he said like a couple of months after that, after she changed her WhatsApp number, then she reached out to him again on another number. Well, really, she didn't reach out to him. She had a family member. She had a cousin to try to work on him, try to work on his emotions again or whatever. And she had a cousin that was apologizing for what that girl did. They was saying that she's not an honest woman, she's not a good person, and that she take advantage of people. And she was trying to win this guy over. And she asked, he asked her, how you get my number? And she told him that I got it from my cousin's phone because I asked her what happened to you because you seem like a good guy. And and she was taking his side and everything. But a lot of times these girls, they would like, if they get a guy like that that gives generous like that guy did, and they would sometimes tell their friends and tell other people, especially when you pull their card, you see what's going on. A lot of time that person would simply go away. And if you got somebody reaching out to you, they get your number from somebody, or somebody you don't know just hit you up out the blue. 9 times out of 10, they working with that same girl, and she just told them, I got money. I got $650 from this guy, so maybe you can try your luck to see what you can do, because we're living in desperate times right now. Living in desperate times where people will try any and everything to get money, because I mean they're trying to survive. Times are hard right now. Times are very hard, and people they would use, especially when it comes to foreigners. A lot of times they would always come at us with like sorrow and bad luck, bad news and sorrow stories and everything, and then a lot of times it don't take nothing much for them to cry. Like the guy said, his weakness is seeing a woman cry, and and he ended up giving. And a lot of these women, they know they could use their looks, they could manipulate you, use their charm or whatever, and try to work on you. And that what happened to this guy. And then they thinking that he's dumb and not gonna recognize when someone else, another girl, hit him up out the blue to get his number, because I mean, when they get money from you, a lot of times they will circulate your picture, your name would probably be in the WhatsApp groups, and they will so I got this much from this guy. So I mean, then like I said, a lot of other women, they would try, if it's that easy, if it all they take to cry to get resources to get money, then a lot of other women would try, and they would try harder. Like the other girl that reached out to him, she bad talked the girl that took the money from him and said, oh, she's not a good woman, and like she's gonna get her karma, all that stuff. And lo and behold, they working together though. And I mean, if you got common sense, I mean, you can clearly see what's going on, and would pretty much know what's going on in a situation like that. You would know you're in a foreign country, you had a bad dealing with a female, and all of a sudden another woman hitting you up out the blue that they get the number from another girl and say, well, I took it out her phone, and like, cause I know you was a nice guy, and I feel bad for you. And and believe it or not, I've seen guys even in the Philippines. I've seen guys get duped twice. They get duped by the friends, or get duped by the person that called and follow up to get money. A lot of times, I mean, it's not hard. It's very easy for them to do things like this. A lot of times, some of you guys are naive, and you'll fall prey. You'll fall into the trap of these women. And I know you guys want to do a good deed. You want to help people. There ain't nothing wrong with helping people. I'm not discouraging you guys from helping people. People that have legit need, cause, to depend on how you know these people. And I mean, I would really encourage you, if like it was a family member, your fiance, your wife, or you got a family with her, or something of that nature. You've been knowing them for a while, or something like that. Then I mean, that's kind of different. And at the same time, even in those type of situations, uh, you can't always be so generous either, like that. Because if they see that, then a lot of times they're gonna think you got a lot, and then they're gonna continue to come. Just like I said, I've always been the type of person. If I help someone, I do the best I can, and I know I can't save the world. I know I can't pay the whole ticket and do this or do that, but I would. like I said, put a little drop in the bucket to do what I can. And if it's something that's like minor that don't really cost a lot, $20, $30, less than 100, I mean, I might take the buck of that. But when it comes to something big of that nature and helping with his situation, trying to help with the barrier or something, someone, and he was that generous. And I mean, and I know the brother got a good heart. I know he didn't mean any harm. A lot of times, the good guys are always the ones that get played, and it's a sad situation, very sad. Uh, and I've seen it happen so many times, and I try my best to try to let you guys know that these are some of the games they play. That you can't always fall for the sympathy or sorrow helping people because in the long run, they can turn around and bite you in the butt. In the long run, it can hurt you. And it's a hurtful thing when people taking advantage of you. It's a hurtful thing when people taking from you and they playing games like that to manipulate you. I mean, it's like don't nobody want to be used. Don't nobody want to be taken advantage of. Don't nobody want to be in a situation where they feel like a fool. In the long run, they find out later on that hey, that I just got played. Don't nobody want to be in a situation like that. So, like I said, when it comes to helping people, I mean, you got to look deep into it and know, like I said, know, like ask for receipts. And always in a situation like that too, you might want to ask for some pictures, like I did in my situation with the guy, uh, and do a Google image search sometime, and I mean, you'll be surprised because when I scanned that picture, I mean, it was like right there, like in the second row on the first page. So it wasn't very hard. And a lot of these girls, they have they might have stocks of pictures, especially if they're professional. They might have folders of pictures that they keep their hand on hand like that, or someone that's in the hospital, or even someone they might sell a casket of somebody in it. They might have a casket. And a lot of times these girls just downloading pictures off the internet sometimes and making them a file. Sometimes they might try to filter the picture so it kind of can be difficult to find the picture if you did a scan because they know a smart guy is going to scan because they do the same thing. They know how to operate. They know how to manipulate. And a lot of times they up on their game and they know how to play the game. A lot of times we don't know. A lot of times we don't know. And because like I said, because they use deception and you don't see really what's going on behind the tears, behind all the emotions, behind all the emotions, the tears, the fall to the floor. Sometimes you can look at their face. Sometimes you're not if they be doing all that crying, you might see one teardrop, or you might see them trying so hard to produce a tear. A lot of time, I mean, it's just an act. It's just an act, and I'm sure, like I said, even though I'm making this video, putting this out here, some of you guys might be listening to it, and some of you guys still might fall prey to this right here because I mean, it's a sad reality, and I see this over and over again, and like I said, and I talked to my friend about this. I told him, I said, I'm gonna talk about this on the show because he said, as long as you don't put my name out there, as long as you don't, and I never do that. I put stuff out like this for like our misfortunes and mishaps that other people can learn from the bad experience. I like to share that with people sometimes so they can learn from the mistakes that other people make. Because this guy know he learned this lesson in all of this, and like Bell Big DeVoe said in their song "Poison," you can't trust a big butt and a smile. Sometimes that girl is poison, and they know how to manipulate us as foreigners. And a lot of times, like I say, it's very easy for them to play on your sympathy. And they might not, like in his case, they might not do it right away. As we always talk about, sometimes they'll play what we call the long game. The long game. And a smart woman, especially they think they can get a lot out of you, a lot of times they're not going to be quick to make a move. I mean, they checking you out too a lot of time. They checking you out. You might not think they watching you, but they notice and see everything. They watching you like a hawk, and they watching like the money you spending. They watching like the shoes you wearing, and they can pretty much figure out whether you got money or not, and they watch it Like they know you're a cheap guy, you cheapo. A lot of times they just gonna make a quick run, get what they can. They know they're not gonna get a lot. They know you don't have a lot. I mean, they'll stick and move and be on to the next one. But a lot of times they know that, especially if you fronting money or you letting the girl know I got this big house in the United States, I got this five car garage, I got this car, I got that, and you putting it out there like that a lot of times. Don't be surprised that the girl don't make a move right away because they're not gonna move right away a lot of times. Especially they know you got something to work you working with, you got resources. They're gonna hang in there. They're gonna play the long game because it's gonna be worth the wait. It's gonna be worth the wait. It's gonna pay off in the long run. And like I said, in this guy's situation, like I don't know whether he was putting it out there like that, but I mean he wear jury. He wear jury. I was getting on him about that last week about the jury. I said, man, you don't need to be wearing the jury like this down here in South America because there ain't no need to wear it like that, flossing and whatever. I mean, but people gonna do what they do. I'm not trying to preach to people. I'm not trying to tell people what to do, be their father. I just try to give the information out, and it's up to that person to do take heed to it or not. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over to get upset about it because it's up to them. But I'm just looking, just trying to use wisdom and saying that when you're showing this and you showing that, then the women look at it and they automatically will assume that you got something, and then you might lose your life over that watch. You might lose your life over that ring. You might lose your life over the necklace, as we saw what they said happened to the other guy early part of the year. Which it wasn't about the necklace; it was about other things. But you got to be careful how you present yourself. Like I said, a lot of you guys sometimes you bring the American attitude with you when you travel to these countries. You say, "Well, I'm gonna wear my ring. I'm gonna wear my jewelry. I'm not gonna like 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 I'm gonna do what I want to do." And I'm not saying this attitude of that guy. I'm just saying in general that most people that I talk to, I try to give them advice on this. They will automatically just, I mean, take offense to it sometimes, and I could tell. I just let it be. I just did my part when I put it out there to I mean, anybody with common sense would know these things. And like I said, I know when I came to South America, I left most of my jewelry in the United States. I brought some jewelry to the Philippines, but I didn't wear it much. I didn't wear it much because when I got there, I realized like what I got these rings for? What I got these like? I mean, in the United States, it had a whole different meaning, a whole different feel to it. But when I'm in a third world country, and this just me, I don't feel comfortable wearing jewelry. I don't feel comfortable wearing things of value. I'm always watching because I know that I got people watching me. And if I present myself in that manner, I know that I'm pretty much making myself a target, or I mean, I could lose my life as simple for something like something that might be considered of value to them. Or not only that, I'm putting myself in a situation where I mean, women will look at me and say, "Oh, he got money," and then they might try to play the long game. So, I mean, that's just based on my observation, and I move a little different. But I can't tell nobody what to do though. I can't tell nobody how to move. I just know what worked for me, and so far so good. And I left the jewelry in the United States when I came here because I had no need for it. I think I got a Casio watch here. I got a Casio watch, and I got like a silver cross necklace, which I don't even wear that. I don't even wear that. But I brought that with me because of silver, and I got to keep up with the silver because if not, silver will go bad. So I just brought that to polish and just keep up with it. And the Casio watch is something I can just throw on. I don't even wear that though, but every now and then if I'm going somewhere nice, I might throw it on. And if anybody wants to watch, they can have that. It's not really of value to me. But I do have a Rolex back home. I left that back home. I didn't bring that with me. I brought it to the Philippines, but I didn't wear it. It was just sitting around because I mean that watch alone is probably years and years and years of salary to some of these people. So I wouldn't dare wear that, not in a third world country. So I just probably gonna pass it on to my son. Probably pass it on to him when I get back over for a short visit. I might get at him because I don't know. I really throughout my travel, I realized I don't really have any need for these things. My whole mindset is different, and in the United States, I'm not gonna lie. I want the jury to get the attention of the women. Of course, you know what I'm saying, I go to the barber shop, get a fresh haircut, fresh outfit, then I'm rocking the jewelry. And that was to get attention from women in the United States. But I don't just wear it for my own just gratification or whatever. I wore it because I know that in the United States, women will look at it. And I'm able to protect myself in the United States because I got, like I said, more of an advantage. I know people there. I'm more familiar with my territory. So it's different. It's different, but when you're in a foreign country, you never know. Like I said, you don't know who's watching you, and then, like I said, you present yourself in a way like that, showing things, and you're gonna have people coming at you all the time. And like I said, even with my friend in his situation, um, like I said, he real dapper, real dapper. I call him Dapper Dan. He's very dapper guy. He like his jewelry or whatever. And based on my observation from what I'm seeing, that woman played the long game on you, son, because she seen that you had something, and she knew like not to make a move right away. I mean, a smart woman, if you present yourself that way, they're not gonna make a fast move on you. They're gonna watch and then get ready for the bombshell when they drop the bad news on you. Be prepared, be ready for that because it's coming. It's coming. So brace yourself, get ready because it's coming. And in his situation, that what happened. And like I said, I don't discourage people from helping people, whatever. Like I said, God put it on your heart to help people. I mean, God ain't gonna lead you wrong. He's gonna give you wisdom and guidance. So, I mean, God put it on your heart to help somebody. Do it, but proceed with caution. Don't be no fool. Don't let them take you for a ride, and then later on you regret it. Because, like I said, in his situation, ain't no shame in their game. She hit him up, and he gave very generous the first time, and then she turned around and hit him up again, and pretty much I've seen situations where guys literally become ATM machines. They become, like we always say, walking ATM. They become a walking ATM because they're dispensing money. They dispensing money, like I mean, like it growing on trees. And I mean, like I said, throughout my travel, I tell people all the time when they come with me with hardship or whatever. I mean, if I can, I will. But I mean, I got problems also. I share my problems. I share that. I mean, I'm not rich. I'm not wealthy. I don't present myself in that manner. I don't have it like that. So, like I said, if I do help, I mean, I'm not gonna go all out the way like that because I know that's opening up the door for them to try it again, and they will. And they will. I mean, and ain't no shame in what they're doing. They'll turn around and ask you, and then if they see that it's easy, that they have no problem getting it like that, then they will. Like I said, I told them, I said, if you're gonna get generous, you was gonna get generous, my friend. I mean, if you were, I mean, it's too much right here, but I said you should have not gave that much. You could have gave them $100. They would have been just as happy. And then, and like I said, just wait and see if they're gonna come back and ask for some more because like if they scamming you, you giving it like that, they're gonna come back. And they're gonna try again and again until the well run dry. Until eventually you tell them to get the hell on. And they don't care. They'll just get on. They've been got what they got out of you and just move on. Simple as that. Um, and it's a shame. I mean, like I said, and my friend, he only been traveling a couple of years now. So, and like I said, he heard these stories. And a lot of times, like I said, sometimes it's difficult when the girls play on your heart. Shout out to all my people from the Philippines, all my people that's watching from the Philippines, all my guys. They got women and talking to women in the Philippines. Shout out to you guys. Hope y'all having a great one. A lot of you guys already know if you're looking at a girl profile on Facebook and you look at where she work at and it says in your heart, that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. And these girls are bold. They will put that in their uh, on their occupation on Facebook where they work in your heart. And that's what they do. They work it in your heart. They working on your heart. They plan on your heart. So if you talking to a girl, you see it says she worked in your heart. Don't take that literally, guys. Don't take that literally. That means something like that. And she's working in your heart, on your heart. Not like Michelle A, something in my heart. No, she's working in your heart. You gotta be careful of that guy. Like I said, shout out to everybody that's watching. I hope that you hit the like on this video so it can circulate, so other people can take heed to this. Also, leave a comment if they got anything they want to add to this, because this is something that I think people need to hear. And I say it from time to time, but it's something that we need to talk about a little bit more in the community, because a lot of the travelers, a lot of people just starting out now. I know a lot of you guys like to do the drama and all the other type of stuff, but we need to put out some information and stuff like this to help people, because it's an ongoing thing and something that will continue to happen. And the reason I did this video, I had somebody hit me up a couple of days ago, same type of situation, same like hard luck stories and stuff like that. And especially like you guys that just meeting these women, you got no attachment to these women, you just met these women. I don't see any reason you should go out the way to do these things. But of course, I mean, you're not gonna listen to me, because that girl gonna start crying and not even shedding a tear, but she gonna cry, get emotional, and then you guys are gonna fall because I got you, I got you, and they laughing, they laughing, telling their friends and everybody how they got a big lick, and so you guys need to be aware of that though, because it's happening, especially in times like this, COVID and the economy. A lot of people they really feeling it, especially in some of these countries. And some of the women in the United States feeling it too, though. I feel it in the United States, and these people feeling it too in these countries, and especially the women. And sometimes the guys, you got guys that working behind the scenes too, that are send their woman and send their wife, sometimes on a mission, sometimes on a mission of destruction to. And so some guys make it, some guys don't. Sometimes it can be fatal trying to help somebody. Sometimes it can be fatal. Um, like I said, don't let me nothing wrong with having a good heart. Like so, I got a good heart, and I love helping people. But I try to do it. Like I said, I'm usually led by God when I help people. I can't help everybody, and I try to do it with cautions, because I know a lot of people out here scamming, and I know a lot of time they looking for a lick, and I know a lot of time they target foreigners because a lot of resources, and they know a lot of time like it don't take much for some of us to be generous. And like in his situation, he's very generous and gave $500, and that put you at risk. I mean, they can turn around and kill you sometimes too. They can turn around and kill you. They can turn around if you reject them and say no, I don't have it or whatever. The girl might say okay, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm not gonna worry about it. Can I come over and cook you something, or can I come over and and then they'll try to poison you. I mean, and a YouTuber here, fellow YouTuber, I think a couple of weeks ago, he put out a video where someone he knew tried to come over and try to poison him, and he they offered to give him a massage and everything, and then lo and behold, he looked on the floor and seen the drug baggie, and his glass of wine was looking kind of cloudy there. So, I mean, and these things happen. And these things happen. So that's why you got to be careful. Use wisdom, and know, like I said, sometimes you got to distance yourself from people. Like when they start begging and asking, and because they're gonna sometimes they're gonna be relentless. They're not gonna give up. They're gonna keep on. They're gonna work on you, like they did this guy. The girl kept working on him. He just threw her $150 the second time. And when he reached out to me, and then I started asking him questions and said, "This, she got a picture. She sent you pictures." And he said, "Yeah." He gave me the pictures. I always Google scan, you guys. Google scan is like in situations like that. Use Google scan. It's out there and it's easy to use. Just get the picture. Sometimes they might put a filter on it to make it hard to find, but it's like you said, you got to do these things. And I did it. I had no problem. Found it like in less than 2 minutes, just like that, on the first page on the second row. And he was like, "Wow." And it came out of a news article too. News article, like a medical type of news article. A random picture the girl took, and I seen. I mean, these girls are skilled though. They well versed. A lot of times you look at these women and say they're not smart, they're not educated. They might not have the book sense you got. They might not have the education that you have, but these girls know how to survive. They got street sense. They got street swag. A lot of times they can manipulate you guys and run circles around you sometimes. And don't think that you can outsmart them or that you know more than they know. Because sometimes these girls know a whole lot more, and it's all about surviving. All about surviving. So I just wanted to put that out there in the air. I just wanted to put that out there so you guys could know, man. Like ain't nothing wrong with helping people. Like I said, I know. Like I said, you see people in situations sometimes, and and like I said, a lot of times you feel sorry, you feel bad, but I can always share with you many stories of guys that's been in the same situation that trying to help somebody. You feeling sorry, you got sympathy, but then the same people you help be the ones that end up hurting you in the long run. They be the same one that hurt you and don't give a fuck later and will cuss you out. When you call them out, they will cuss you out and laugh in your face with disrespect and then change their number. Just like that, man. You gonna see the real them then. They use like in the beginning they're gonna be nice, so sweet. And and then once they get what they can out of you and then you begin to see what's going on and you call them out on it, then you're gonna see the real them. Like especially when you can show them and catch them in their tracks. And then you start requesting like I want my money back or you took advantage of me. I'm gonna expose you and tell other people. A lot of times you're gonna see a whole different side of that person that you feel sorry for. They're gonna be saying "fuck you," do whatever you gotta do. I don't give a fuck. And then they're gonna just change their number just like that, cut off all communications. And you're gonna be like, "Wow, if I knew that in the beginning, if I knew you had that attitude in the beginning, I never would have helped your ass." But that's too late. It'd be too late then. It'd be too late. And I've seen this happen so many times. So many times. I don't know if any of you guys that are listening, you can relate to this or have you seen this, but these are things that usually happen. And at the same time, you would know that you're being played for a fool after they get what they can from you, and then they give you the attitude, give you a whole different, you see a whole different side of them. So and like I said, or in the case of my friend, like they might change their number and disappear for a while, but then a couple of months later, all of a sudden, some random girl calling you on your phone. Hey, I heard. I got your number. I heard about you. You're a nice guy. I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry how she did you. She's not a good person. It's like she gonna get her karma, and I feel so bad for you. I just feel so hurt. You're such a nice guy. I want to get to know you. Can we go out and do lunch? I mean, then they gonna start trying to prey on you because they know if that person got you, they gonna try also, and that's kind of like insulting my intelligence if somebody come at me like that because I already know the game. Like, where you get my number from? I got it out of her phone. She don't know I got it. She know that she got the number. She probably gave her the number. Said, or the girl might say, "What happened to that guy you got that money from?" "Oh, he found out. I don't talk to him no more." "You want his number?" That's how it usually go down. Or they might be in a WhatsApp group and they might have your picture and everything and send your friend requests on the social media. They might not even call you. They might approach you on social media. And like you got these weird women hitting you up that you don't know. Sometimes you had a bad experience. A lot of times these girls they would come and hit you on social media, on your Instagram or your Facebook, and then you're dealing with another predator. And of course they know The last person played the long game. They're gonna do it right away. They're gonna come at you being nice, showing sympathy, and act like such a sweet person. I feel so bad for you. She shouldn't have did you that way. I would never do you that way. Like then you begin to look at this woman and say, "Oh, she's a much better woman, good quality." And then lo and behold, a couple of months later, she got a story. My mom is dying. My mom is sick. And then, I mean, it happens. I've seen this happening over and over again. And I'm not going to limit this just to the Philippines or South America. I think this type of game go on throughout the world, even in the United States. If they can find somebody vulnerable, somebody they can take advantage of, they will. And a lot of women know, like I said, that they can cry. They know a lot of you guys are suffering for tears, and if they know the only thing they gotta do is cry, then you help them, you send them money. So be careful with that, guys. Like I said, once again, I'm not discouraging people from helping people. God put it on your heart to help somebody. I mean, help. Be careful. I mean, if God leads you, He's not gonna lead you wrong. So make sure it's the voice of God telling you to help these people, and not lust or the woman deceiving you, and you just feeling sorry for her, praying off. I mean, she praying off your emotions. So guys, just be wise with that right now, because these things happen. And they happen a lot, and I'm sure it's not going to be the last time we hear something like this. I've seen it so many times throughout my travel, and I decided I wanted to share this or refresh this one because of like I had somebody hit me up this past week, same situation, people hitting them up, and I had this happen so many times to me here, especially in Colombia when COVID hit. I mean, a lot of people were desperate. A lot of people, like people I knew, was reaching out to me, wanted me to help them, and I told them that I'm not. I mean, I don't have it like that. I can't help everybody. Not only that, a lot of other YouTubers go through the same thing. A lot of people go through the same thing here. So we kind of know what time it is. Uh, when people hitting you up, they need favors. I need a favor. Can I ask you something? They say, can I ask you something? You already know. And they say they want to ask you something. They're not asking you directly, but they got to ask you. Can they ask you something? They want money. So like I said, it's up to you. Like I told this guy, I told him in the beginning, like, what if this woman to you and just speak up. But he felt she was genuine. He really wanted to help her. And it didn't really hurt him. He said, like, it didn't really hurt him. And he just said it's a lesson learned. I said, ain't nothing wrong with helping people, but you was too generous. My friend, $500 is a lot of money in a situation like that to give. I felt like giving. I would have. It just. And I'm going out on a limb saying this. I mean, you should have gave 100 if that's you wanted to be generous. But like I said, but I can see if it was your wife or your girlfriend or somebody you've been knowing a while, your baby mama or something or whatever. I mean, that's a whole different story. But somebody that you just met, you talked to, uh, that's a random friend, you've been knowing for a couple of months. I mean, I can so easily just walk away from that because I don't have any feelings or emotions or anything tied in. I'm a Scorpio also, so you guys know about Scorpios. You already know we're very cautious people. We don't trust people like that. Scorpios don't trust people like that. We watch people, and it's hard to get our trust. So I mean, I'm different. Like I said, we all different. We all do things different. But I'm extra cautious. I watch people. Uh, I had the knife on my back so many times, so I kind of just watch people. I watch foreigners and I watch the gringos. I watch everybody because I try to be careful because I mean, you got foreign people that will try. I lost money dealing with foreign people, even in the Philippines. I lost money and gave. I learned my lesson when I gave this guy like $500, and then I'm thinking, okay, I'll get it back. He's a veteran, but I mean, I charge it to the game. You live and you learn, and you know, like I said, traveling abroad. A lot of times, like I said, people will they will come at you. A lot of the women will come at you with these hard look stories and sympathy, and they would just simply cry, and you guys would just fall into the trap, and then they'll drain you dry. They would drain you dry. They would keep on coming until the well run dry and move on to the next one. So It's a common thing, guys. Common thing. I don't know if any of you guys listening, you can relate to this, or you see stories of this situations like this. But it's an ongoing thing. And I seen it when I first got here last year. Like right away when COVID hit, I was getting all these messages. I showed Rose a couple of messages. People wanted me to do this, do that. I was like, I can't help you. And I know the game. I know, like I said, I asked a lot of questions, and then I wasn't satisfied with the answers they were giving me. So I kind of knew what was going on. Like I said, I helped a few people, but I was very careful when I did it, and not to be played for food or to be taken advantage of. Because, like I said, a lot of times you would set yourself up for failure. They would keep coming back if you giving like that. And in this situation, she came back a couple of weeks later, and he kind of felt some kind of way, but she kept on. This girl just didn't give up. She kept on. She worked on it day and night, like Michael Jackson. She working day and night until he just gave in and gave her another $150. And by that time, he reached out to me and told me that. And I'm like, hey, doc, you got any pictures of like the funeral? She sent you something, and he sent me the picture, and I Googled. I did a Google search on it, and voila, it's on a medical site. So, and he really felt some kind of way. So I knew it, man. I knew this girl was playing me, but I gave her the benefit of the doubt, and trying to do the right thing. And I said, no, you got a good heart, man. These things happen. These things happen, though. So you got to be very careful, guys, and not fall for these traps that they set before you. Because these girls are very cunning, and they use their looks. Believe it or not, these girls they use their looks, and they use emotions to get what they need. Now, I've been around women a lot, you know what I'm saying? Being a DJ, being a pastor and all that. I've been around, and I know women. Now, tell me what pastor don't draw women or have father womanizing and all that. That comes with the territory. Women be throwing themselves at the preachers, also DJs. I know a DJ that cockeyed, fat, with a Jerry curl, and he had groupies. So, I mean, because we in a position of power, in a position, and women like men in that position of power or that influential. So that comes to territory. So I kind of know women a lot. So I see this. So and I use this, like I said, throughout my travel, just throughout the world. I can recognize a woman when she's coming at me sideways. I can see some things that some of you might not see. I'm not bragging and busting on that. I'm just saying in general, just showing you that. Like how I know what's going on, and like I said, based on like me, I can see sometimes more. Sometimes I can outright read these women. Sometimes I can outright read them and tell them what they doing, what they trying to do, and a whole lot more. So I mean, but it's a sad thing though, seeing my brothers get taken advantage of, get taken for a ride. But these things you need to keep in mind. Like I said, they know how to play on your heartstrings sometimes more. I mean, and this goes anywhere in the world, not only in the third world country, anywhere in the world. Women know how to play on your heartstrings. And they know how to get what they want out of a man sometimes. A lot of times, like I said, the hardest thing for a man, for us as men to do sometimes is to say no. I can say no like it's nothing. Like it's very easy for me to say no and walk away. Some of you guys, very hard for you to say no. And like they said back in the 80s, sometimes you gotta just say no. You gotta just say no sometimes and that to keep you in a good place, and also to keep you sane and not depressed on somebody that's running the game on you. So you gotta just keep all that stuff in mind, chops, and not be taken advantage of. So that's all I wanted to say. And shout out to everybody that rocked with me on this one. Everybody was kind of quiet though. Everybody was listening though. I guess they were listening and taking in the things I was saying. But make sure you hit the like button on the way out the door. I'm about to get up out of here though. I just wanted to drop that little bit. this evening and to put it out there because in case you don't know, now you know. Now you know, and then you can spread the word and let other people know that these are the things that happen and that don't never fall for sympathy because they use that. I mean, and it's a sad thing. I mean, people had to go through the trouble of making up a story and to play on somebody's heart. I mean, oh Lord, I just how can you sleep at night? But these women can sleep good. It don't bother them at all because I mean they call it surviving. A lot of time, I mean, people will encourage them sometimes. They know they're talking to a foreigner to get what they can out of them, and also they don't have no sympathy in taking advantage of you. They don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, a lot of times you got people that encourage them to do this too. That's a sick reality. I mean, I have seen people, me living in the Philippines over 3 years, I have seen people celebrate this, celebrate and laugh after they get what they get out of foreigners. That's a sad reality though, man. And the foreigners who I see it happen to, most of the time they are in a good place, a good situation financially. That they will always say that didn't really hurt me. Like they're in a situation where they gave, where they sacrificed. I mean, it seems like a lot to me. $500. I don't know about you guys that are listening. That might not hurt some of you guys, but that would damn sure hurt me knowing that I parted the way with $500. There's a whole lot I could do with $500. I could buy me a whole lot of stuff. So, I mean, but I mean, to each his own. But I'm not trying to be a money tree. I'm not trying to be a walking ATM. And I know I can't save the world. And I know people have problems in life. I would easily tell them I got problems also, and I would pull out the violin and sing my song, and I'll do a dance for them if they want me to. So. Well, I mean, because we living in a time right now, a lot of people going through some difficulties. A lot of people going through problems, and they're not the only one with problems. So I let them quickly know that you're not the only one that was hurt by this that's going on. I was also affected by this too. So you got to be careful with what you got. And like I said, even if you got it to give, I mean, you might lose your life also if they feel like I said you got it. And they would do it by any means necessary, like Malcolm X. If they have to, even if they got to poison you to get it. And like I said, that was the case of a YouTuber here a few weeks ago. He made a video about it. He shared it where the girl tried to poison him, someone that he knew, and they were very deceptive. I mean, I think he said when they showed up, they didn't even look like the person on the picture. They was more fat, more gordo, like a gordita. They were gordo when they showed up. They were very skinny on the picture. So, I mean, these women play all kind of games. But like I said, it's all about surviving. It's all about surviving. And they're going to do what they can. They'll play all kind of tactics. So, like I said, in case you guys in a situation like that guy, it don't hurt you. Just be careful. Careful. I mean, some of you guys can walk away from a loss like that with no effect, but just be careful because I mean, sometimes you might not be in a situation where you can walk away. So, I mean, just use wisdom. Don't be blown away because it's a pretty woman, a beautiful woman. There's beautiful women everywhere, all over the place here, throughout like these countries, the Philippines. Beautiful women everywhere. You can walk out the door, run, and 2 minutes later, see another one. And the same thing here. So don't just let one woman, like I said, blow your mind and have you thinking cloudy because it happens, though, man. So I'm about to get up out of here, though. Anybody got any questions, anything they want to ask you at liberty? But I see the chat is pretty quiet on today. But I hope that you're listening and that you're taking heed to the things that I'm saying. And also, like I said, you might want to share the video, hit the like button so it can circulate. You might want to share this video with a friend, someone that you know of this nature. That's especially the guys that's flashy or the ones that are starting out traveling. They need to know. Because a lot of times logic will go out the window when the women start crying or when they dealing with a beautiful woman. Logic and common sense sometimes go out the door. So, and these things happen though. So, and a lot of times it's hard to get through these guys because they're not. A lot of times, they, like in my situation, like most of the time they're not gonna listen to me. The woman always wins, and the guys always get taken advantage of. And they come and say, "You told me, you was right." I used to cuss them out in the day, and I don't know. I just keep it to myself. And like I said, sometimes you learn the hard way, and sometimes it comes with a cost. So, and that's a part of life. Just thank God that he was able to live to see another day. You know, always replace material thing, always replace money. Sometimes these things become fatal. In the case of like Timothy Reed and a whole lot of other people. But shout out to everybody in the chat, hit the like button so we can get this information out here, share this with a friend. And I hope y'all have a great one. I'll be back on the other channel tomorrow. I'll be on there tomorrow either doing music. So check us out. We got the internet radio station popping already too. I will post a link to it, but I'm gonna wait till we get the widget and get a player. I'm trying to get an app for it too, so you can be listening to it on the phone. But Rose already been on it, so she's in the chat. She's already checking it out. It's broadcasting right now. I'll be doing a lot of my live shows, and I'm gonna be raw on the radio. So y'all might want to check my radio station out once I get the links out. But it's going now, and I'm gonna be doing daily shows on there in the daytime and in the evening time. I'm gonna be raw. So check it out though. Like a Bag Extra Radio. I'm about to get up out the building though. Peace out to everybody. Hope y'all have a great one. Until next time, peace out and one love. God bless.